Oven roasted beets tossed in a bright citrus vinaigrette, nestled on greens with a sprinkle of spiced pecans and crumbled goat's cheese. The whole thing from start to finish could not be any easier. Here's our roasted beet salad with goat's cheese. We purposely crafted this very flavorful salad recipe so that you're gonna be able to recreate it really easily. Basically, you're gonna be roasting some beets, you're gonna be toasting some nuts, whisking up a vinaigrette, and then assembling it. It is super straightforward. Watch. We're gonna start with the pecans, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. We're adding 2 tablespoons of maple syrup and 3/4 of a teaspoon of spices in a small bowl. These spiced candied pecans are a standalone recipe and they are perfect when served with cocktails. Just saying, click here to watch the video. Really good. Back to this salad recipe, we're gonna stir that sweet and spicy mix together, then pour it over 2 cups of pecans. Make sure to toss well, then transfer onto a parchment-lined baking sheet, spread them out evenly, give them a sprinkle of sea salt flakes, and transfer them to the oven to toast for 10 minutes. Good news, you just made enough nuts for this recipe, plus enough for your next get-together. You only need a 1/4 cup for the salad. Next up, let's make the vinaigrette. Into a small bowl, 2 tablespoons of a neutral salad oil, 2 tablespoons of a white balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar will also work as well, and then the juice from half a lemon, a pinch of kosher salt. Now, if you like a sweeter vinaigrette, just add a squeeze of honey. We're gonna whisk everything together. Vinaigrette is done. Next up, time to oven roast some beets. We're gonna start by giving 2 pounds of beets a good scrub under cold water, then over to a cutting board. Let me show you, surprise and surprise again. I purchased yellow beets and these candy cane striped beets, also known as kyoja beets, on purpose. We're gonna be roasting the beets and then peeling them. If you use red beets, your hands are gonna get a little stained. So I wanted to make this really easy, number 1. And number 2, I just love the look of these 2 beets together. You'll see when I present the finished salad. Let's continue. The beets are rinsed, we trim off the tops and bottoms, then rub them with a bit of vegetable oil and place them into a metal pan. We're gonna cover tightly with foil. Now we toasted our pecans at 375, so now we nudge up the oven to 400. The beets go in and we leave them to roast for 1 hour. Take them out of the oven, we're gonna let them cool completely. Then we're rubbing them to remove the skins. Do this by hand, or you can also use a paper towel to coax the skin away. Then over to a cutting board. If you have any discolored areas, whether from the roasting pan or the beets themselves, just cut that away as well. And then you can cut the beets into slices. And then this is gonna be you when you try this recipe at home. Beets are in a bowl. We're adding 1 or 2 tablespoons of chopped chives, plus about 1/3 of the vinaigrette. Toss everything together. Next, grab your favorite salad greens, about 4 cups, into a bowl. Add 1/4 of a very thinly sliced red onion, plus 1/3 of that vinaigrette. Toss the greens. Now we're over to plates. Add the tossed greens, then the dressed beets. Plus, we're adding goat's cheese. You'll need maybe 1/4 cup of goat's cheese for the recipe. I like to crumble it onto the salad, kind of hacking it off using a knife. Now comes the nutty bits, where we're crushing the spicy candied pecans right above the beets and goat's cheese. Then finally, sea salt flakes and freshly ground black pepper. You can serve the remaining vinaigrette on the side. Let's do a quick recap. We're roasting beets, toasting nuts, crumbling cheese, whisking vinaigrette, and then we're serving a delicious salad just like this. The full recipe is up at weekendatthecottage.com. This video posted on our dedicated YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel when you're visiting. And then finally, post photos of all the delicious food you're making, thanks to Weekend at the Cottage. Just hashtag us Weekend at the Cottage when you post your pics on your favorite socials like Pinterest, the Gram, and Facebook. Roasted beet salad with goat's cheese. Perfect as a light meal or first course at a fancy dinner party. Just saying. Oh, look how pretty. Enjoy. Mmm.